back. You're watching the ET Money Show with me, Kavita Thapliyal. Now, there are plethora of funds available in the market to invest your hard-earned money, but how do you assess which is the right fund for your portfolio? What are the criteria that one should look at? Now, to help you navigate through this maze, we have on board Arnav Pandya, founder Money Edu School, to answer all of your queries. And also, do not forget to send us your portfolio queries on our WhatsApp number, which is 865-797-4571. You can email us your queries on themoneyshow@etnow.tv. All right, so we have our first viewer online, which is V. Menon from Mumbai. Mr. Menon, good evening. Thank you so much for sending us your query.
Good evening.
All right, so you have an SIP going on in these funds since how long, sir?
Since about 4 years.
4 years, and it's Axis Mid Cap, Axis Small Cap, IIFL Focused Equity, Axis Blue Chip, and Axis Long Term Equity, ICICI Pro Nasdaq, and overall 45,000, right? The SIP amount
That's
is.
right.
Why
Yes.
so many Axis funds, sir?
It just so happened. When I opened them, they were all doing fine.
Okay.
They're doing well, and now off late, I found that some of them are doing a bit bad, like
Right.
the Blue Chip Fund
Right.
and the LSSs. Just wanted to get your advice on.
Yeah, you're not happy with the underperformance also, the blue chip. So the
That's
large
right.
cap category
Yes.
has been really tough for investors. And you are not happy with the LSS fund as well? It's been 3 years since you invested
That's
in
right.
it?
That's right. Even the ICICI Pro Nasdaq 100 is not performing well.
Right, right. That's because of the global outlook. All right. So, Arnav, how can we help Mr. Menon?
So one of the main things is that the portfolio needs to be diversified across fund houses, where
Right.
here you already see 4 Axis funds which are there. Now the thing is that the Axis Blue Chip and the Axis Long Term Equity have several similar holdings, which is why you will find that both are actually underperforming. And the other underperformer, which is the Nasdaq fund, is obviously because of the tech meltdown in the US and across the globe, so which is having a direct impact there. Now, putting aside the Nasdaq fund, now let us look at how the existing portfolio can be restructured. The obvious thing to do is to reduce
Hi, good evening, sir.
reduce the number of Axis funds here, and my choice would be that the Axis Mid Cap and the Axis Blue Chip funds can be taken out from the portfolio and replaced with funds which are in the similar category. So, for example, the Axis Blue Chip Fund, which is a large cap fund, can be replaced by a Pru ICICI Blue Chip Fund, and the Axis Mid Cap Fund can be replaced by the Kotak Emerging Equities Fund. Once this is done, give some time for the portfolio to show results, and this kind of diversification is also good. The diversification across market caps is good in the portfolio, so that can be maintained.
Mr. Menon, is there anything you want to ask?
Yeah, would you advise the Nasdaq index fund to be retained? I mean, continue with that, or?
Yeah, you can retain that particular fund for the moment, because your fund, I mean, your entire portfolio, this is the one which gives a little bit of foreign exposure. And the other thing is that a large part of the impact on the prices on the tech front has already come in. So you might as well hold it for some time, give it time for it to again improve once the situation quietens down this year over the next several months.
Mr. Menon, I hope all your queries are answered, and all the best for your investment portfolio. We have Mr. Suresh Rajkumar from Bangalore online with us. Good evening, Mr. Rajkumar. How are you doing?
Hi, Kavita. Good evening. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. And thank you so much for sending us your query. All right, so you've been investing via direct schemes in mutual fund and since 2018. Okay, and you just want to understand or want to know whether you should be continuing in these funds or not. What is the corpus that you want to accumulate, which is 2.5 crores? You have a term insurance, but what out of...
The corpus I'm looking for is around 15 crores in the next 15 years.
3 crores, okay. All right, that's very nice that you also have an emergency fund. A lot of people don't understand the importance of emergency fund, and you've really made it 6 months of your salary is already parked in over there. That's a very good strategy. All right, so let's get into your fund details. Arnav, what do you suggest?
So 2 things are important here before we just get to the fund part. One is that it's very good that an emergency fund has been created. It's very good that a term policy has been
policy,
taken.
right.
But there is also a medical cover which is taken or which is available from the employer. My suggestion would be that apart from that, he should also have a medical policy on your own. So in case there is a change of job, there is no break, at least as far as the medical coverage is concerned. So do not rely only on medical coverage from your employer. Have a policy of your own too. That's one thing. Second, in terms of the achievement of the goal, the amount which is being invested is good enough to achieve the amount of the goal which has been set. But my recommendation here would also be that over a period of time, keep revisiting the amount of the goal, because it might be that due to inflation, what you have thought of is the amount which will be suitable at that point of time after so many years might not be enough. So you might have to revise the goal and increase the target higher. The third point is that since there is a very long period available in terms of the achievement of the goal, equity exposure through the mutual funds can be taken. And this is where I find that one of the funds here, which is a hybrid fund, is not actually in tune with what is the actual goal which has been set. So in that sense, the hybrid fund can actually be replaced. And for that, I mean, there is a missing link in this entire portfolio, which is in the form of a mid-cap fund, which is not there. So that fund can be replaced with a mid-cap fund. And in terms of the other funds, the ones are good, except my choice would be that instead of a Sundaram large and mid-cap fund, a similar fund from the same category, which is a Canara Robeco Emerging Equity, that can be replaced in this place and add a mid-cap fund in space of the hybrid equity fund.
All right. Is there anything else you want to ask, Mr. Rajkumar?
Yeah, just one question. Thanks for the suggestions. So I just want to check, if I can continue with the other small cap fund as well, that is in my portfolio, which I've currently paused investing. So do you suggest investing in both the small cap funds that I have in my portfolio?
Right.
The small cap fund which I see in your portfolio is just one. So, which is the Axis Small Cap Fund. Now that can be continued. That is not a cause for worry. So if this is the only one you're referring to, then this can be continued.
All the best, Mr. Rajkumar, with your portfolio. And I think with that, that's all the time we have on the show to answer the queries as well. Arnab, thank you so much for being a part of this show and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio.